Why stock float and short interest matters, and it can make a stock go parabolic. Most traders actually lose money because they watch price all the time. But the real move starts before the price explodes. So today's video is all about parabolic move. In today's video, I'm going to explain two numbers every trader must understand: stock float and short interest. So, and why they can send the stock parabolic. What is the stock float? Stock float is the number of shares available to public to trade. Not actual shares, not the shares insider own, only the shares that can actually be bought and sold by traders. So here is the key rule. The lower the float, the more volatile and violent the move will be. A stock with 5 million shares in float moves very differently than a stock with 500 million shares float. When the demand comes in, there are simply not enough shares available, then that's how the squeeze happen. That's how the squeeze begin. What is the short interest? Short interest tells us how many shares are borrowed and sold by traders betting the stock will drop. Short sellers must eventually buy those shares back. And here is the trap. When the price goes up, when the price goes up fast, shorts are forced to buy. Their buying pushes the price even higher. So that forces more shorts to cover. That's called short squeeze. So why float and short interest is so powerful? Here is where things get explosive. If the stock has low float, high short interest, and heavy volume comes in, you have a perfect storm. And also that's when you see 50% move, 100% move, sometimes even 300, 500, and 1,000. So not because of the hype, but because of the math and supply versus and demand. Why those stocks go parabolic? Price doesn't move because of the news alone. Price moves when the demand is greater than supply. Low float, low supply, short covering, forced demand, put them together, and price can be disconnected from reality very fast. So that's why those stocks can gap up, halt multiple times, and trap the late buyers at the top. The reality check for day trader. This is important. I again emphasize, I stress that this is important. Parabolic move can be dangerous if you don't know and if you don't know how to treat it. So parabolic stocks are opportunity also, not the investment. Can reverse instantly, punish the trader who chase without a plan. You don't marry to those stocks. You trade them with rules, know your entry, stop loss, and exit. So because when the squeeze ends, it ends violently. Final thoughts is, if you want to understand why the stock is moving, stop guessing. Check the float, short interest, and volume. Nowadays, most brokers should have those info. If you can't find them, the best place to find them is Finviz and Yahoo. So Yahoo Finance, you can check them out. And also, there are also some info on TradingView you can find, but I would say the best place is Finviz. So price is the result, not the cause. If you trade without understanding this, you're just gambling. So I hope those information actually helps. Follow for real day trading tips. No hype, just market reality basically. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to show you on the Finviz where to find them and how to basically find where the short interest and floats are. So let's jump right into this. Now I'm in Finviz, and let's say today, for instance, we had a couple of stocks that they were going sort of parabolic. One of them is AMCI. So What is the news? They probably was, it's 168% up, as you can see. And this is where you can actually see the float, share floats, and here is the short interest. So even though this is doesn't have much of the short interest here, but the main part is the float is almost 1 million, which is very low. So there's only 1 million share to trade. And if the volume goes above the average volume, which is most likely your average volume is 373,000 in the average volume, you know, it's been traded before. We had volume of 98 million today. So do the math. How many, it's just almost 100 times more. So if not more. So this is why when the average volume it goes above or relative volume goes above 200, I would say this is where the parabolic moves happen. But also you have to go and check what is the news. Was there any news? Today is December 15, so we don't have any news for today. I don't see any news actually for today. There was only September 12th, which was last Friday. Acquisition, corp files, supplement, proxy materials. Yeah, it's just not a huge news for this, but the reason why this stock exploded is because the volume came in and the stock started moving parabolic, and it went up almost 168. And actually today's high most likely was around 9, and that's where it started coming down at the end of the day. So that's why you have to always read those. It's not too hard. You just go to Finviz, check the floats, and you'll see why the stock. And also one thing about Finviz, it's actually drawing your technical as well. So you can check the technical. As you can see, the stock came to $9.22, which is exactly the resistance area in daily chart. Finviz. Actually, no, let's go to trading view. We have here AMCI. AMCI moved today, right? Starting this morning from $3. Yeah, it started early this morning pre-market around $4 to $3.50. And once the market opened, it started just squeezing. And the reason why it's squeezing or got squeezed because of the float, most likely because there was no really news here. If you click on the news, you only see halt news, which is how many times the stock got halted. And there was no really news, which was 5 days ago, as you can see here, but today's news was nothing. So 10 hours ago, because market is closed now, at the beginning of the day, it just got squeezed. And the way to find out if the float is, what is the float? So you come here, down here, it says here, short float, shares float, 1 million. How much was in Finviz? 1.9? Exactly the same, 1.9. 1.09. So that's why the squeeze happened. At the end of the day, it started coming down. It might move again, who knows, but at least we know for today there was a squeeze that pushed the stock up without the news. So eventually that's going to go down, but that's two things you want to really check. One is short interest here, short interest. I'm just going to click on short interest history. As you can see, short interest, it got up and average volume started to going up, and today was the day that started going parabolic. So that's what you need to check when it comes to trading those parabolic as well as those squeeze. This one got parabolic instantly at the beginning of the day, and then it started fading out. So that's the two things you want to check, and I hope you guys enjoyed. The other thing actually you want to check is the beta. So if the beta is above 3, also that helps for squeeze. Here it was almost 0.2, which is the same, that's 3. If it was 0.3, it would have been more volatile, but it's because of beta started actually going up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to share, and also check back the channels for video just like this, which I'm using the stock that I'm trading every day and I'm sharing with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and don't forget to share and like this video. Until next video, have a wonderful trading day.